Hello, everyone. The Tattered Flag. Sea of Dark Sun, Episode 5. We are here. We are almost ready.
Oh my god, Fraley!
So what I'm hearing, Amanda, is keep it up.
No, it was horrifying!
Yes!
Oh
It
my
was
God.
so simple, though, and innocent. It was...
All of the females on your stream, and then me, were just had the exact same reaction. We were just like, oh god. Just no.
He tried to come and show me everything afterwards. I was like, no, I don't even pull it up. I'm not watching it.
No.
Not doing it.
I just have to thank Cameron, if you're watching. Cameron, right? Simply Cameron. I gotta give big kudos, because I just took the simple and...
It was horrible. Oh.
Just immediate ick.
It was perfect.
It's funny because the girls they couldn't hear the music, and I was describing it to them in chat, and they're like, okay, I gotta hear this. And as soon as they unmuted, they're like, nope.
We are so close to getting that. So close to getting that. Reclaim host. Yes, you should be host. No. Stay participant.
This board is so good.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's
But I am
so-
seriously like, Tick is groggy, tired, and low energy right now.
Yeah. What's your max and what are you at?
Well, I guess we're not in the game, so I can tell you. Otherwise, I'd be like extremely in a lot of pain. In other words.
Yeah. I think I
so
know.
my max
I
is
know what you're
14.
at because I got you there.
Yeah, my max is 14. I'm at 1.
Okay. We're gonna start this day burning some. Well, we can do a little bit of. We have time potentially.
You have to roll still, right?
I did.
Oh, nice. And you're still at less HP than me?
I mean, when we level, I can get up to maximum 18.
Well,
Cleric's a decent hit die. I just don't have really great con.
I do.
I'm a skinny bitch. Nah, I can.
I do still have +1s though, don't I? I should have like 10 of them still.
No, because
we
turned
I
those into
zeroed you out,
experience.
and it's in the Discord. So
Oh, then I get a
Oh,
level
were
up.
we supposed to be
Oh.
adding that, Amanda? How
Oh.
much was I supposed to add?
let me bring it up. It's
I think
I
I'm
have it
adding
pinned.
10. Like
Okay,
1,000.
good, because Amanda, I appreciate
You
that.
get you've got 75, Becca. Or are you 25?
25. They're not 100 anymore? Wait, what? I thought I had 10.
You didn't have 10.
How many did I have? +1s?
definitely
Did I
not
end up
10.
using them? Maybe I ended up using
I
them.
know you use some.
Eventually,
Maybe I
you
did.
have to climb the cliff.
No.
Yeah, hey, I forgot. I said it moments prior. So how much am I adding, Amanda?
You're running 225.
225.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. I see all of you in chat. August and Natasha always here. Congrats on the win this weekend. Hello, Miss Swiss, Natasha, Joffrey, John, all in the chat. Amanda in the chat. Ashlyn in the chat. Thank you so much. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. Patrick, we will be enjoying your terrain tonight. Hager! Outstanding. Kai. Let's see who else here.
20 down where my wrist goes, and that was a mistake.
I also love
Let's go. How's the audio sound, everyone?
20 D4. This
Oh,
counter,
well.
Is the audio good?
and we're gonna swap that over here.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm so excited. Thank you for telling me.
All right, super good. Sounds great. I did make a switch this week. Hopefully, I've fixed the occasional like wig out audio problem. I think I know what happened there, so I was testing that. And we are ready. Hold on, let me get my summaries up here and this. I'm so nervous tonight.
Oh, great! Here. Wonderful, John.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Blue Box, and this is Sea of Dark Sun, episode number 5. The Tattered Flag is the title of tonight's stream, and I am so excited to play the game tonight with this amazing crew. It has been weeks since we last played. My fault. Travel, vacation, yeah, whatever. No one wants to hear it. No one's.
You have a life.
Yeah, no one wants to hear about my vacation. But it's good to be back, and thank you so much for joining us. It's going to be a fun night tonight, and I want to start off with what happened last time. We'll do character intros. I think we have some level ups as well, and we'll do announcements toward the break. We have a giveaway tonight as well, but I am so excited. Can't wait to play this game. We're going to shout out some folks who have helped us tonight, including, we will have, you don't see him on the stream, but John Demon Gund is with us. Kalak will make an appearance tonight. Don't be surprised. You'll see him at some point. And let's kick off with, thank you, Mike. It was fun. All right. So let's start off with what happened last time. Go ahead, Ashlyn.
All right, so the party was making their way through the canyons a bit north of Tyr on the way towards Silver Springs, having managed to not get eaten by a giant worm. But in traveling through the canyons, did get set upon by a trio of kanks. You're welcome, I said it right. In the battle with the kanks, Tick was definitely focused on getting knocked out, but not before he almost knocked out Anala with a stray blow. Nida got Tick back up and they were able to take out that final larger tank, then taking a bit of time where Zephatok took the chitin itself off of a number of these tanks as Tick decided to climb a cliff to get a better view and fell off the cliff and knocked himself back out. And Nida was at a spell slot, so another hour of healing Tick after the first hour of healing Tick. The party then found what looked like the wreckage of a pair of carts, with Zephatok, Anala, and Lucius going and investigating that. Eventually, Lucius and Zephatok discovering the spirits of a pair of children. The rest of the party eventually, once Tick was conscious again, made their way to join Zephatok and Lucius and engaged in a bit of collaborative storytelling with these small spirits before the spirits themselves told the party of the tale of how they died as them and their parents were beset upon by raiders.
100 experience points for the first player that can name those two children without looking at your notes. Gone. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I can chill.
Nope.
I even, edited that whole thing.
I know, you still missed it. Yep.
The parents of the children then appeared also in spirit form, a little less concrete than their children, and beseeched the party to get revenge for them on these raiding parties that potentially will be showing up tomorrow night, at a time. In preparation, the party then sat down to have some rest with Tick, Anala, and Nida starting to set up a camp. Anala getting very annoyed with Nida for, continuing to do work, and Nida getting very annoyed at Anala for her trying to stop her from doing work. Tensions got a bit high. Some very heated words in Elvish were said before everything settled a bit, and we made our way towards. This is all text RP. If you want to get a little recap, it's in the Discord. It's wonderful.
It's so good. Tears of Arid and Dark Sun have the best text RP we've ever had in the history of Blue. It's so good. And no shade on Fall of Red Dawn. It's getting really, really good there as well. But like these two channels are incredible with the text roleplay.
So if you want to see what that argument was all about, go ahead and head into that text RP. And you'll get a little bit of insight into
Tick
the
was
Elvish
completely
language.
innocent in all of it.
Sure. Eventually, Anala, Nida, and Tick awkwardly sat together with a bit of a momentary panic on Anala's side, triggered by some of the conversation that was being had. Eventually, everybody fell to a sleep, a dream-filled sleep, which probably not the most restful.
Well said. Nicely done.
I did just write this summary, so it's very
It was great. It was great. All right, so quickly introduce your characters, and we're missing Josh tonight. Josh will be back 2 weeks from now. We will not be on for July 4th. July 4th will be off, and then we'll be back to a regular schedule, which is not something you've seen here for Greyhawk Awakening Book 3, because we've been very irregular as we've started, but we will get to a cadence I think will be much more consistent after July 4th.
heads for that.
What's that? I knew. Yeah. Okay.
Josh isn't here. One of us has to say it.
Exactly. Well said. So we'll be back to our regular Metamucil cadence after July 4th. But thanks, everyone, for being with us. Character intros, and we'll do level ups after the rest. Let's start with you, Manda.
What? Why? Why me?
Because I felt like it. That's why.
Well, fine. I play Anala, and she is a very interesting rogue that does not like Tick very, very much right now at all. Yeah, she's scarred completely on her left side, and she's very protective of Nida.
Wait. I just saw your title, Becca. What? Becca, you're killing. No one else can see this, so on Zoom, she has a pretty cool. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Becca. You're muted.
Sorry guys, water. So hi, I'm Becca Self, also known as Greyhawk's ass. We'll see about Dark.
With all the sass.
Yeah, with all the sass. I play Lucius, who is a elf. He is a bard, but he's not your typical bard to where he is always performing. He is very particular about when he performs. He's kind of dark and grumpy, and can put on that playful kind of mask, that show of not who he really is at a drop of a hat. So, do we ever get to see the real him? Who knows?
Who knows? Rory.
Yeah, so Tick is the innocent, kind, large, half giant that doesn't understand why Inala is so PO'd at him, and definitely doesn't understand a lick of the Elvish that she speaks. So, nonetheless, he makes sure to take care of her and give her shelter. And he is now very, very exhausted, as he is extremely thirsty and took the last watch, and not feeling so well physically.
Nida.
I'm playing Nida. She is the group's water cleric of Galana, one of the rain patrons of Dark Sun. And she is weirdly nice for Dark Sun. A bit of an innocent mentality, very friendly, which gets... It annoys Anala when she goes and makes friends with strangers. As Anala...
With anyone. No, don't. It's not straight. It's anyone.
Everybody, constantly. But she is the group's healer and spent the last day healing the half giant a lot. And is very tired, fully tapped out, has none of her connection to Galana left at the end of the day.
All right. With that said, we'll kick off the video, and when the video is over, we begin the game. Thank you for joining us, everyone. It will be a fun night tonight, I promise you. I don't want to kill anyone tonight. Please don't make me.
I don't believe you.
All rolls will be public, visible.
No,
Nothing hidden.
No, because that means you're gonna roll on the screen.
Exactly. You want me to hide the rolls, don't you? I will not hide my rolls. I will not. They will be visible.
See, I thought you said you didn't want to kill us.
Lucius Skyslinger, Elvin Bard, child slave, now freed and bent on freedom for all. This could be an important trope in the campaign. Thank you, Jeff. Under the vast indigo canvas of the Athasian night, the party finds respite amidst the stark, dark night. The sky, illuminated by stars and the twin moons, which shine down on this barren landscape, imbuing the terrain with a ghostly ambience, an eerie medley of shadows. Silhouettes of the party members laying on the ground, resting on the canvas of stone, illuminated by the fire in a loose semicircle, fracturing the moonlight with their forms, shards of darkness across the land. The hard ground beneath each of you bears testament to the untold stories of suffering and pain that lie. How much blood has soaked into this ground? How much human, elven, dwarven, mule, haveling life has seeped into this soil? It's an ageless landscape, indifferent to your suffering, with the low moan of the wind acting as a discordant symphony in the night. It sweeps through the rugged outcrops, the pitiful little scrub that lies inside the rocks, wafting across the dunes. It dances to the rhythm of the wilderness. Every now and then, there's a soft clink of shifting gear as Tick rolls and moves over as he's watching, or as Anala or Nida shift against one another in the night, sleeping for warmth, as Lucius, alone, shivers, growing closer to the fire. Zephitok, his tattoos gleaming in the firelight, moves closer. Scattered across the star-studded firmament, the constellations are an intricate tapestry, casting visions of light down on the party. Tick turns his eyes skyward, as he has through most of the night. His conversations with Nida and Anala now fading in his memory. They're silent, they're sleeping, but the stars do not. They yet twinkle in the sky, like guideposts, as they have been for countless others. A stark contrast to the world below. Tick. As you look up in the sky, the fire still burning as you've thrown scrub onto it. You see your comrades all sleeping in some fitfulness, weak bedrolls, but they sleep, trusting you. Tick. Tick.
Yes. Throughout this time, has it just been silent?
Yeah?
Um. Yeah, I mean, as much as I would like to do, or maybe move around a little bit, even with the night's rest, it's just been exhausting. Just even the heat, the cold at the night, still zapping some of the water from his body that's already depleted. Both thirsty and tired, he just kind of leans up, sits against the stones behind him in case anything does happen, ensuring that the flames don't get too bright but can still keep everyone warm.
All right, so thank you for that. As we talk about your water and dehydration, you were 8 gallons short the previous day, and you, as you sit there, take a -6 to your, wow, that's a tough roll, to your constitution. Your constitution just dropped 6 points.
Water.
You were fighting, you were laboring, the climbing up those rocks, the exertion, the defense of others. You labored so much to help others in this. You exerted, you spread your life's water across these rocks.
Yes, I did.
And as you lay here, or stand here, looking across the star-studded sky, and the flames licking across your form, you realize you are weakened. So that includes any constitution decrement, includes hit point basis, and all that happens to you.
Oh, I'm negative then.
You are?
I mean, that could change depending on what you give for any kind of healing throughout the night, by probably 1 or 2 points. But
But you rested. So you rested in the first 2 watches, right?
yep.
All right. And Nida, you had done what to help with the healing?
So he had, because I didn't roll stupendously to get him back up, he was at 1 HP before we went to rest. I had no other ability.
All right. So we judge resting and healing based on comfort and warmth accommodations. So the warmth is there. You had a fire, and this fire, it's not reflected here on the screen, but the party has been very intelligent. They told me this before the stream tonight. They dug down in the ground. So this fire is 2-3 feet down inside the ground. It is still casting some light, but not a lot, but it is giving warmth. So you're going to receive from your first 2 hours of rest 2 hit points, which will put you at 3, 6 on your on your con decrement. Are you still conscious or no?
I am unconscious. I do not wake up. I pass out as I'm leaning against the rock. Slowly, my eyes become heavy and heavy as my arm goes down with the club in hand, and I lean back against the rock, weight pressing harder and harder on those rocks as the little ledge that I'm sitting on now holds my weight. Although I look like I am standing, I am thoroughly unconscious. No, you cannot, Amanda.
as Tick slumps to the ground. It's not cacophonous. There's no sound. He's quiet. He's leaning against the stoy. He doesn't hammer against it to waken it. He just gently falls asleep. And now I roll for random encounters as the party has no cover.
Why did we let Tick take last watch?
It wasn't my choice.
I blame you guys for the in-chat or RP.
You should.
Joined us.
Such is Dark Sun. That's right.
You could have joined.
What? No one invited me.
You were directly invited to tag multiple times.
Nope.
The suspense is freaking killing me.
Lucius, you roll over in the night, yawning.
Not again. Please do not, embed some bug in his butt again. That's just
It was in your back, not your butt.
whatever. It was close enough.
You lean over. You're
Bed bugs?
you're by yourself here. So here's Lucius, and as you're laying on the ground, you kind of roll over, and you note everyone is on the ground. You see Nida laying in solitude. You see next to her Inala, the bones of the Jinda father, still unburied, laying exposed on the open ground. Zephatok face down, snoring. And Tick, who maybe should have been on watch, his head tilted at an awkward angle.
Would I have known that Tick was supposed to be on watch?
No. But you might assume someone should have been on watch.
Is there just sand around me, or is there a rock?
You're in the Badlands here, so there's the sand wafts over rock. There is rock everywhere around you.
Beautiful. I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it at someone. Just wake up, and I snuggle back down. But I'm gonna wait for someone to respond.
No, so again, missing fact there, Becca. What's the missing detail?
I don't know who I'm throwing it at.
Exactly. Who are you throwing the rock at?
In the general vicinity of everyone else, and hopefully it hits someone. I'm not aiming for anyone in particular.
Okay, all right. So that would be, you'd have the best chance. Whoops, sorry. The best chance. By Rory, I know you have this happen as well. On Tailspire, if you've clicked off a screen, to go onto a different screen, you have to click back on the screen before you start scrolling. That keeps that from happening, and I make the same mistake. So here you have Inala, Nida, and Tick all within close proximity. So you're going to throw a rock, and because Tick is slightly separated, we'll give him a 1 to 2, and they will be, no, he'll give him a 1, and they will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so D6 is what I'm rolling.
Yes.
4.
Nida, as you are slumbering, what are you dreaming about?
Nida is in a sort of internal meditation. There's the sounds of rippling water, not so much running water, but just the sound of a still body of water just shifting.
Not no more.
It's very abstract.
As you're dreaming of this body of water shifting, you feel a blow against your ankle. A snap, a hard smack against that bone.
Her eyes go open, still seeing the stars. Lifts up. Ah. Is Lucius still like upright?
Lucius is
or...
snuggled back down. Like
Great.
the minute that made contact, his head went back down. Like he's like, and done.
And Nida takes a second, looks around, looks to her right, sees that Tick is on the ground, and this immediate, like, Nida would have known that Tick was taking that watch as they were the last ones up, and is immediately going to be like, oh, not again. Gosh, God's, and is going to pull herself up and just reach onto him and trying to, like, she doesn't know that he's like full, she thinks he's just asleep. Like gives a shake. As much as the smallest person in this group can shake the tallest person in this group with their 8 strength, it's not a lot. I basically move his foot back and forth. Dick.
You wrangle his foot back and forth. And it casts funny shadows against the rock as the firelight illuminates against it, but there is no response from the half-giant.
She's gonna move, now a little more concerned, is going to move up towards where she can see his face, and is going to just place her hand underneath his nose to check if he's frickin' breathing.
Yes, he is breathing.
Right. She's going to just, she's not gonna fully slap his face, but like, wake up.
As you do this, you realize he is not sleeping.
Yeah.
He has succumbed. You feel his skin is clammy. You know well, as a Dindari, the drought, the dryness. He is succumbing to lack of water. Gallons and gallons of necessity that he has missed over the coming days. His combat efforts, his climbing efforts, he exerted so much and got so little in return. His body is clamorous and shaking, trembling slightly beneath the effect of his dehydration.
Seeing this and knowing that Nida repeatedly offered water to him, is going to, now that Anala is sleeping and can't keep her from grabbing the water skin, she did conjure, or she pulled some of the water through the veil, so she and Anala collectively have, I believe, 1.5 gallons. Is going to take the water skin that has 1 gallon and probably using every bit of strength. This is like a deadlift, trying to get his head high enough that she can pour water, like trying to get him to, very slowly pouring it, knowing how little they have. And at the same time, with the hand that's cradling his head, is going to cast, we're starting with Stabilize and then Virtue, just to see if I can wake him up, so that he can drink actively.
So during this, I think that Lucius would not have been like fallen back asleep like immediately. So he would hear you struggling and kind of, if you're muttering to yourself or anything, so he would have gotten
she is just cursing in Elvish.
Yeah, so
Wait, let's hear it. Let's hear the cursing in Elvish.
Oh, does the Elvish have curse words in it?
Well,
Teach ChatGPT a curse word.
use them and they shall become canon.
Cool. I should have looked that up before I started doing that.
so anyways,
I'm not good at coming up with language on my own.
Lucius will come over and is trying to assist you. Going, what are you doing? Like,
He is supposed to be on watch, and he is actively dying. Again.
maybe you should just let him die.
No.
He seems more trouble than he's worth.
Are you going to help me or are you going to just stand there?
I'm thinking about just standing here.
Fine. And I'm going to continue doing what I need to do as best I can.
He'll stand there for a couple minutes just watching you struggle bust the entire time, like maybe drop his head once or twice, like, and then he'll be like, ugh, and he'll come over and he'll like kind of push you out of the way and lift up his head and just hold it there while you like pour water into his mouth or something. Like,
With her eyes still closed, not moving at all, just acknowledge the fact that listen to him, let him die.
Go back to sleep or be helpful, Anala.
You're being
got a
helpful.
point.
So a gallon is pushed down his throat. That will take time. So that water goes down the gullet of Tick. He shivers, kind of turns his head. You stand next to him. Lucius, what are you doing to help him?
What am I doing?
If anything. You can say nothing.
Assisted in holding up his head while she guzzled water down his throat, and then kind of just like dropped his head and like not even put it down nice, but just kind of like
Thunk.
yeah, and just kind of like dusted himself off, just like, and then is like, he is taking up more water than we have. You should let him die and use your powers to help us survive this damn desert.
I'm not going to sacrifice someone.
It's not sacrifice if he's gonna kill us all.
And what makes your life worth more?
I'm not gonna kill you by just existing. Him, he might.
But he also might prevent us from dying by existing.
After arguing with her, like the entire time here, just realizing it's pure nonsense. Like, she's like a child. You can't argue with her because she's just going to like nag and resist and fight back against everything he says. He's just like, stop talking to me, and like walks away.
Nida's going to stay up as no one else is taking watch, and is going to spend that whole time trying to like wipe any bits of that perspiration off of him, trying to keep him steady. If that involves her having to constantly be giving him that +1 HP, it's temporary, it goes away, and she will continue to do that.
Hearing the conversation and just realizing that you haven't come back close, and I will heave a big sigh and get up and walk over, just sit with you, just silently, and lean back against the rock.
How
Right,
temporary?
A minute. This is like, Nida has to sit here consistently, just...
Did Lucius lay back down?
Like went and propped himself up by a rock. If there's any, like that rock next to the fire there.
Or the wagon?
No, zoom out for a second. There's like a rock.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll come and kind of like prop himself up on it.
During the time that you're doing that, Nida, Chick will go in and out of consciousness. He's right on the threshold of just momentarily his eyes flickering and maybe seeing blurred objects around and then going back out. Maybe a sound or something, then going back out. And Zepatok will, through this commotion or this rustling around the area, he will also begin to awaken and just collect himself.
Well, because that benefits you, I will make that roll to see if he wakes up. You are playing him, but
We're not at the end of the watch yet?
not yet. He does wake up, though. Yes, he does. All the noise, the sound, he wakes up.
Sweet.
Nida, seeing Anala just sit next to her and really feeling the annoyance coming off of Anala. I don't need a lecture. Lucius already gave me one.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, your overall presence is saying plenty.
Well, that you'll have to deal with.
Fair enough. I could use a bit of help in making sure that nothing is going to surprise us. This is taking a bit of concentration.
I'll watch. But you can't always save him.
But I can always try.
Just because
You know
can't
better
doesn't
than
mean
you
should.
especially know better than Lucius the code that I follow.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I'm to follow in the Tempest's footsteps. I have to act like a scion. I was given it for a purpose.
Yes, the purpose was to help. Not just one person, but many.
You're just a touch quiet, Ashlyn. But not bad, but just a little.
You're right. But this is the person that I can currently help.
I mean, you can help all of us. Not just him.
You hear Lucius pipe up. That's what I'm saying.
What's Zephatok doing?
Just kind of as he has before, he'll hold his weapon in hand, being aware of the surroundings around him. At moments, he will give more attention to, I don't know the name, so his little friend. And did he ever name him?
Yes, he did.
What was his name?
Rory. So
I don't know
disappointed.
today.
Oh, I thought you meant his name was Roy because he was a little.
Oh! And so the wedding is off.
So he pays attention to his little rust locust from time to time.
Was it Scrit? I think it was Scrit.
Sprit, yes.
Yeah, it was Scrit,
Yes.
I think.
See, even you say you think. So he pays attention to Script, but he looks around. He's paying attention to the surrounding areas, aware of like the couple ghosts from the other day and the current condition going on. So he's paying a bit of attention, more of attention of what the surroundings bring.
Okay. And he sees Tick, his head at an awkward angle. There is this slight blush of dawn on the far horizon. You can see just the first rays of light barely emanating over the edge of the horizon. But there seems to be an argument among Lucius, Nida, and Anala on what to do about this slumbering giant.
Zephatok will throw his head over and look at them and just, you better treat my big brother kindly. My little
Nida
brother
slipped.
kindly.
Yeah. Nida slips into Elvish. Nimanik pelas. Nilulari agran inir nigara. It means, if I let this one die, I doubt the other would take that kindly.
Lucius will respond in Elvish. I just don't have it up in front of me, saying, then we should leave them all here.
Ooh. Important point.
Okay.
Light is coming, and we need to get moving.
Ooh. Ooh.
We will not survive if we stay here.
What?
So do you want to damn us all to save this one? Or save us and leave these behind to
Well, and remember, it's not just this one. It is the Jinda family and the Promise and the children. And again, you guys can do what you want, but this is all what's happening here. I'm just a passenger. Want to see what happens.
Lucius is definitely considering just leaving everyone and heading to the city. Like, why should he die?
As I think was said by Alexander earlier, welcome to the world. That is a very valid way to approach this.
If someone should die, and this is still in Elvish, it's a lot to say. If someone should die, perhaps it should be those that caused undue suffering, who probably carry water with them.
And where are you gonna find them?
Well, we were not. One of the spirits told us that, based on their patterns, there's a high chance that they would come through here tonight. Their normal raiding patterns. Which is why we set up camp here.
I don't think he's gonna last the day.
It is not your water.
It is all of ours water.
And just to be clear, because I know it's been weeks since we played, I want to be clear, I'm not influencing you. I'm just telling you, there was a promise of water carried by the Tattered Flag Raiders. That could be a lie as well. You have no idea. But that was what was said by the Jinda parents.
Lucius will look over to not Nida, sorry, Anala. And she and I have helped you. She is loyal to you. Do you want to damn her to save him?
By damn
And
anyone
then-
except myself.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
If I damn anyone, I damn myself.
Lucius will kind of just like, children.
She is an idealist. She follows a very strict code.
Lucius kind of just gets up and walks away. Just walks. He's over arguing with you.
So, like, away from the fire?
Yeah, away from the group.
In the direction that you came from, or toward the direction you were going? It's an important question.
Yeah, I know. That's what it makes me nervous. The direction we came from. Back
All right.
towards the city.
All right, so let me show for the first time the physical terrain. And I'm going to show the overhead view here. So everything you're seeing on the screen right now, you guys have already been seeing this if your ninja's working. All of this is by the semi-master crafter. This is his choice of wording, not mine. Patrick, who has created an incredible scenery here. All of this is his work, all of the rock. It's just gorgeous what he's done here. And we're going to go then to the local short cam, which shows the same thing. And let me tilt that a bit. And so here we have all the minis that Patrick painted. And I've shown these before, but this is Zeph. I'm sorry, Tick. And here is Zeph. And here is Lucius. Here is Anala. And here is Nida. So coming back to the overhead view, you're going to then walk toward away from the wagon, away from the crew, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And Nala will just roll her head to look at Nida. Can you get him back up without expending too much energy?
I believe so.
And do it. Don't waste time.
This is more mechanics question. At what point does Nida count as having had a long rest?
It is not a mechanics question. It is the question you should be asking, and she took the first 2 watches as rest, and so we will have a quick aside here. Who has leveled up during this rest?
Me!
Okay, Nida,
Very important.
Tick. That's it. All right. So Nida and Tick, level up here at Blue Box occurs during rest. You have all of your feats chosen, any spells, any skills. You can do that. You can talk to the chat about that. But your hit points must be rolled live on stream. So let's start with you, since you're actually conscious, Nida. Tell us, you're now 2nd level. Congrats.
I know, 2nd level. At 2nd level, I get 1 more spell per day. Clerics prepare spells, so it's not a like, I have to pick right now. Well, I have to pick for the day. But I now can have 4 spells. But she has a high wisdom.
Yes, 2nd level beast mode, June.
Yeah. And then I also get a 4th orison, in which I took enhanced diplomacy.
Okay.
To help out not only Lucius talking to people in important times, but Anala talking to people just constantly.
Yes, as she does. Love it, love it, love it. Skills?
And skills, I took a rank in heal, which brings Nida's heal up to plus 13.
Woo! At 2nd level, plus 13?
At 2nd level.
Wow.
Because I have an 18 wisdom. I put as many as I could to start in there, and her little plant friend, Nesta, gives her an additional plus 3.
Nice. Very nice. Okay.
And then I also put it in knowledge planes, as that gets her an additional healing hands conduit, where she can use treat deadly wounds as an action without using any usage of her healer's kits, because normally that takes 2 and a whole hour to do. And I can do it multiple times on a singular creature versus just a standard treat deadly wounds. You can only do that once per day per creature. Also gets me a little bit of extra healing on that treat deadly wounds if I roll high enough.
Nice. Very nice. Well done. I like it.
Need a heal bot.
You are a heal bot and a bringer of water, which is pretty important here in Dark Sun. And again, if you have not seen the text-based RP, go into our Discord. It is so good. The Vidasan, the Vendari, Galana, all that is being created, it is glorious. If you're a Dark Sun fan or just a roleplay fan in D&D, you will love what's happening there. All right, so it's time for hit point roll.
Yee.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 6.
Very nice. And then your con is...
Remember, this only goes to 8. So that is plus 7 to her